guys, so I'm back again. I kind of skipped last week and I'm sorry, but I definitely needed it. I've been on break for about the past 2 weeks now for Christmas and New Year's. I actually will go back to school this upcoming Monday. So I figured I'd just kind of tell you guys what I've been up to. The first week I probably did a lot more relaxing than studying, but I definitely need it, and I have also seen some good results just from taking a little bit of time off and relaxing. I did go to the school a couple of days in the first week for tutoring and to kind of mess around with mechanical ventilator because mechanical vents has been a little bit of a challenging course for me. I'm doing okay on all of the exams, but I just don't feel like I'm grasping it the way that I want to. So I'm trying to find new ways to really study and dive into that course. So if you guys have any suggestions or like supplemental material that you guys use, books, anything, definitely let me know because I'm always open to it. So like I said, the first week I did do more relaxing than studying. The second week I have actually started reading a book called The Ventilator book by William Owens, and it's actually a really great book so far. It's really been pulling together a lot of concepts, and I think it's going to help me a lot in the course. I haven't finished it yet, but once I finish, I'll kind of give you guys a review on what I thought. It was highly recommended and free on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, it's free, and then if you don't have a subscription, the Kindle version I think is like maximum $9, so it's actually pretty cheap, which is nice. I'm sure you can get hard copy versions also, but I'm not sure the price. But if I do a review of that book, then I'll definitely include all that information for you also. So something else I did do, because I'm starting to try to prepare for my TMC exam and my clinical sims after I graduate. So of course we all know that you start with your TMC or your therapist multiple choice exam, which it consists of like 140 questions. 20 of them are kind of like test questions or practice questions, whatever you want to call them, and then 120 of them are graded, but you don't know which ones are practice and so on. Now, for you to become a certified respiratory therapist, you need at least, I believe it's an 88 out of 140. And then the high cut is what they call it, to be able to sit to take your clinical simulation exam is I think 94. Now, thankfully I was really happy because I sat and just did it at home using one of the practice tests that you can actually find on the NBRC website, which is just nbrc.org, and I'll link that down in the description box for you guys also. They do offer practice exams, and the nice thing about it is no matter what you score on that exam, you get a spreadsheet at the end telling you how you scored in each section. So if you scored, for example, very poorly on equipment troubleshooting, you know you need to go back and probably study there. If you scored poorly in diagnostics or PEP therapy or whatever it says you scored poorly on or not as good as the other sections, you know that's where you need to focus. Now, thankfully, the first exam I did pass, and I'm really excited because I actually passed with a high cut score. Not high enough to make me feel comfortable that I would pass with a high cut score every time, but because of course, you know, all of these exams are going to change. So if I happen to get more questions from a section that I wasn't as strong in, that score obviously could change. So I am using the sheet that it gave me after to kind of figure out where to focus on, and I definitely recommend going and doing that once you get further along in the program yourself. I'm in my 4th semester now, about almost halfway through 4th semester, a couple weeks in, I guess, I don't know. So I figured that's a good time to start taking a lot of those practice exams and really going back and reviewing areas that I'm not as strong in. Because although it is good to review areas that you are comfortable with, if there's something that you really dislike or know that you get a lot of questions wrong, you know that's where you need to go and where you need to review. So enough of that, I guess. Once I do go back to school on Monday, I'll be going back and continuing my mechanical ventilation course, and then I will also start the same week my advanced pharmacology. So that'll be fun. I also will start my next clinical rotation in February, so I'm getting ready for that. It's supposed to be for critical care and also for long-term. So I'll be going to a couple of different facilities. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going yet, and unfortunately I'm not allowed to tell you guys where I'm going because they don't let us post anything about our clinical sites, just to make sure that there is no confidentiality issue with patients, other workers, and whatnot. But once I do start my clinicals, I'll give you guys an update and kind of let you know how everything's going. If you know, there are any big learning points that I take away, which I'm sure there will be because you learn so much on clinical, and I'll keep you guys updated from there. But if you guys do have any other questions or anything you'd like to hear about, definitely leave me a comment down below. I'm probably going to, I know I've told you guys this before, but the days I post might kind of switch around depending on my school schedule and my clinical schedule, because once I'm in clinicals, I don't really get to choose what days I go to clinical and what days I have my lab days, and my clinical days are 12-hour days. And my lab days are a little bit shorter, but usually you want a little bit of recovery time. So I might have to change the day I post. I know I was posting on Thursdays before a lot, but for now I'll probably move to Fridays. So definitely make sure you guys look out for my videos weekly on Friday, hopefully weekly. So you guys can always turn on the notification bell and you should get an email. Sometimes it doesn't work the right way, I've heard, but it should at least let you know when I do end up posting a new video also. As always, if you guys do have any questions that you want answered a little bit quicker, you can definitely always follow me on Instagram as well, which is just breatheeasy_SRT, and you can find me there. And I, usually have my phone with me, so if you have any pressing questions or just curious or just want to say, hey, what's up, follow me there. And I guess that's it. And I will talk to you guys next time. Sorry, not sorry, I don't know.